Oh, YouTubers, it is I, Hellgear. Welcome. It's time for another Squid Research Lab ability read-off and ability discussion. Apparently this is volume 12. And since we had Splatfest over the past weekend, this may be the second to last, if not the very last one of these that we're getting from the Squid Research channel. As a reminder, everybody, next month in July, we're going to have Splatocalypse, and that's going to be the end. So, if you can't read the font, don't worry about that. I will do it for you. Quick Respawn and Haunt. Now, to those of you who don't know, Haunt is exclusive to the shirts. And its activation is a little bit different than how it was in the first Splatoon2, or the first Splatoon. Alrighty, hello Inklings and Octolings. Welcome to a series of articles that are all about gear abilities. Not only will you learn helpful gear info, but we'll also give out free in-game gifts with each article. Remember folks, you have to click on the link at the end of the article to get the gifts. And when you do, make sure your copy of Splatoon 2 is in your Splatoon game. If it's not if you haven't digitally downloaded it. In this 12th article, we'll be highlighting the Quick Respawn and Haunt abilities. Quick Respawn ability reduces your respawn time after being splatted repeatedly without splatting any opponents. While the default time is 6 seconds, having this equipped reduces your wait time by 2 seconds. Interesting. More importantly, Quick Respawn is only activated when certain criteria are met, like being splatted by an enemy without scoring any splats since the last death. This ability will not kick in if you fall out of bounds or into water. Okay, so there's a caveat to it. I wonder how this will affect if you're hit with Respawn Punisher. This ability might come in handy for folks that push themselves to the front lives after they've been splatted. Try to pair the ability with Comeback or quick super jumps to quickly get back into the action. Comeback is a really good one, and I believe Comeback is specific to headgear, so keep that in mind. Haunt, exclusively to clothing, is an ability that reveals the position of any player who splatted you. This ability allows you to see your full silhouette and is effective until the tracked opponent is splatted. If you defeat your opponent that triggered the Haunt, they will receive an effect equivalent to Respawn Punisher, increasing their respawn time and special gauge spawn penalty. Utilize the Haunt ability when your team has the advantage to assure victory. Okay, I was just talking about Respawn Punisher. So, if you get payback, they get tagged. They get essentially a Respawn Punisher effect. See, now this has me wondering, if you combine Respawn Punisher with Quick Respawn and you clap somebody, will that be good enough? Because remember, Haunt and... Actually, no, let me take that back. If you combine Haunt and Respawn Punisher and you clap somebody, does that mean it takes longer for them to respawn? I wonder. That would be something to actually test. And Quick Respawn, as well as Respawn Punisher, would be something also to test. As a bonus, we'll be gifting our readers with 20 Quick Respawn chunks. You can get these chunks by starting up the game with the link below. Please make sure you have either the game card inserted or the digital version of the game on your system. Be sure to click the link before this article ink dives off your newsfeed. So that's how long you have. Remember, this is the Squid Research Lab channel on the Nintendo Switch. Alright, so let's take what we've learned here. Quick Respawn reduces your time by 2 seconds, which is normally 2 seconds. So, if you have one Quick Respawn and you meet certain criteria, and we'll get to that in a moment, you have essentially 4 seconds to respawn. or at least in theory. And I'm guessing if you have 3 of them, it will probably be like 3.5 seconds. And then if you have 4, you'll probably wait somewhere around 3, maybe 2.5, 3 seconds. That's a real interesting find, especially since if you like jump into, and we'll use a quick super jump for the example, right? Because as I said, the caveat, if you're constantly getting clapped, you're constantly getting splatted by your opponent, it can reduce your wait time. So a good example of that is, say you quick super jump to somebody by the spawn, because remember it says it's good to try to pair it with quick super jump. Say you have quick respawn. You see somebody on the map, you quick super jump to them. And you know how it is when you have quick super jump. There's going to be people that are waiting for you to land to shoot you as you come down. And then when you come down, you get splatted. Perhaps when this happens, you'll get less time to respawn. Again, if you fall off the screen or out of bounds or into water, you don't get this. You know what would be funny? If you actually had to wait a longer time with quick respawn, if you fall out of bounds, or if you fall into the water in stages like New Albacore Motel or Camp Triggerfish. What's another stage that has water in it as an obstacle? Not including the shifty station that we just had. Let's see, Camp Triggerfish, New Albacore Motel. The reef doesn't have water. Walleye Warehouse, you can fall off the screen. That's a good example. Moray Towers, you can fall off the screen. The sides of Arowana Mall, if you aren't careful, you can fall off the screen. But Arowana Mall does have water. So, those are good things. Just remember, if you try to commit suicide and you have quick respawn, you have to wait the normal time. So keep that one in mind. Hunt is actually changed. Originally in the first Splatoon, when you have Hunt and someone splats you, essentially they're hit with an echolocator. But now essentially Hunt works like hitting them with thermal ink. Only unlike thermal ink, which is timed on their silhouette, Hunt's silhouette is not as timed. Remember folks, you cannot combine thermal ink and Hunt because they're both clothing exclusive. But it will be interesting to see how quick respawn, how Hunt and Respawn Punisher combine. That'll be something really good to try. Wait, is that even possible to combine Hunt and Respawn Punisher? I don't know. If it is and you've actually tried it out, let me know how that works in the comment section below, because I'm curious now. That would be real interesting to actually combine Hunt and Respawn Punisher. I think some shoes may get Respawn Punisher too. I don't know. Unless Respawn Punisher is exclusive to clothing. I only have like a couple of shirts that have Respawn Punisher. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm looking forward to hearing what you might have to say. But that's all for this discussion. I'll see you guys next time.